Alright, hey there guys. So this is my first video in anything actually, but it's going to be a tutorial for Clash of Clans on how to do the deep Barch, or the penetrating Barch, whichever you prefer it to be called. So first things first, I'm going to show you my army camp. Actually, I'll show you this instead here. The top army, the previous army, is the one that we're going to be going with. 105 barbs and archers, 5 wall breakers. That's an absolute necessity, at least 5 wall breakers, I would say, regardless of what the rest of your comp looks like. And the spells are really up to you, but very, very highly recommended that you copy what I have there. The heals and the rage you can switch out if you want, but the jump is essential. So, oh, and you also want to run with, as you can see, I have a freeze spell. I would definitely bring a freeze, and probably a poison. I have another freeze in my clan castle, but that's okay. So, we're going to look at my most recent attacks. So, as you can see, I'm in silver 1, and I'm achieving about 2k dark. That's what I go for generally, like 1900 or more dark per attack. At this tier, this is a tier anybody can reach, so that's not a problem in terms of, like not being able to potentially get there for lower level people. You obviously have to be Town Hall 9 to run the exact base setup I'm doing, or the army setup I should say. But you have, look for yourself. I have 145,000 dark elixir with a king down, a queen down, and witches upgrading. This strategy has easily gotten me $100,000, or I wish, 100,000 dark elixir in a day. So here, we'll get on with the video here. So I'm going to show you this one for starters. So as you can see, these bases aren't anything particularly crazy, but that's the idea. You don't want to attack bases that'll blow you out of the water and just make you angry and waste all your resources making this. So that's actually one of the better things about it, is that it is a cheap army to make. So as you can see, I'm starting off by, here I'll go half speed. I'm starting off by checking for collectors, the drills. So the drills in this base, this is a good example because this is kind of a pain. Usually people group them together, or maybe leave them on the outside of the base where they're easy to get to. With this is probably one of the worst case scenarios, because they're on opposite sides. I have to spread my army. So here I'm just easily picking off some outer buildings and then reaching the inside drill there. And then once they all die, I just look away. I don't even care. I don't start attacking from that side. Obviously, there's plenty of gaps here. There could be bombs, and it's not worth risking my guys. So then you'll see me continue to funnel the upper right here, because this is where the dark elixir storage, the side of the dark elixir storage is. Also, very few gaps, no giant bombs unless maybe right here. And the queen will help lure in my troops. So we'll continue on here. Okay, so right about here, you can see I'm using a 3-finger drop just to get as many troops down as I possibly can, as fast as I possibly can. Following up with the barbarians, you can see right there I start dropping all my wall breakers. The reason I drop all of them is, and you gotta be kind of careful with it, but wall breakers are really good bomb and trap lures. So you can just send them all in. They head right through the middle of the base, and any gaps or anything they'll blow up for you, or trigger any bombs, so that my barbarians don't hit it. As you can see, as soon as those walls are down, I pop through with the heal, followed up by a jump spell in a perfect spot. You want to reach that center with the jump spell, which is why I always say bring the jump spell. The wall breakers for the outer wall, jump spell is for the middle segment, all the way to the middle, the center, if you can. Rage to get through high health buildings, and perfectly placed to make sure they stay raged while they hit this dark. Well, most of them anyway. It could have been better spell placement for sure, but I just wanted that dark elixir. I just had my eyes on that. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one. A much, much simpler base here, as you can see for yourself. But that's what we're looking for. A lot of the bases at this tier are rushed. It's easy to take 1900, 2000 Dark Elixir from any of these guys. So again, same thing, as you can see, I'm setting up a funnel. Army camps are a great spot for that. I just immediately go in with the 3-finger drop because I know I'll be able to get all my troops down. There we go, sure enough, there goes all the wall breakers. Boom, they're through, I got a heal. Perfect. And then this jump spell, if I remember correctly, is, yep, that's the best looking jump you'll ever see. In terms of the strategy, at least. You want to get him directly to that dark. You don't want to give him any other option. The rage and the other heal were perfect. This guy had no chance. All the splash damage in the world couldn't stop that. Piece of cake. So I'm going to show you one last attack here. And then maybe do a live one. So we have, let's see, this base is incredibly common. I'm sure some viewers actually probably have this base. Don't use this base. It's very, very easy to exploit. As you can see, I've done this every time and it works every time. You take out the army camps because they're always in the same spot. That creates a perfect funnel. Start clearing out some of this. As you can see, I tried to drop my wall breakers in to try to get that giant bomb that's obviously right there, but that didn't work too well, so I just trickled in some barbarians and archers. It's my only other option, unfortunately. Gotta use some troops, but it's better than wasting them all. Alright, giant bomb's triggered. There's the 3-finger drop. Here comes the heal. Yep. Always place the heal earlier than later. You don't want to lose your barbarians, otherwise this raid is over. Jump, rage, and heal. That exact sequence is how you want to do it. With the heal, then the jump, rage, and then another heal to follow up. There you go, there's the Dark Elixir. Not a problem at all. If you had a king, if you had a queen, which I obviously do not in this raid, you'd easily get the Town Hall and you'd easily get that other 500 Dark Elixir. Or you could even drop it on one of the drills. So yeah, that is the deep Barch in the flesh. Again, here's my war log. I haven't been getting perfect. I've been losing a lot, which is mostly due to my heroes being down and also due to the fact that it's not what I'm here for. I'm not trying to get trophies. If you want to get trophies, you're doing the wrong strat with this one. But it's very easy to climb back up, and it's at a low league anyway. So yeah, anybody can do this. I hope this has helped you guys. Feel free to use this strategy. I'm sure I'm not the first person to come up with it. But if you find any other way to help out, maybe lower town halls or different strategies higher than this, feel free to share. I'm always curious to see how this would work in higher leagues. I would say it even works better than my Dark Grab army specifically listed here, because they just seem to wander away from the Dark Elixir half the time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps, and I'll see you guys around.